Well, hey everybody, I've got quite possibly the most exciting train video you'll ever see in your entire life, and it's about train cradles. Yes, train repair cradles, and it's coming up right now on Eric's Trains. All right, so now that half of you have tuned out because you don't care about train repair cradles, let's get going. So, what is a train repair cradle? Well, this is the one that I've been using for the last, I don't know how many years. It's a foam cradle. These are made by Bowser, and they cost about, I think, somewhere between $15 and $20. And they're pretty good. There's a little groove there for screws and parts and stuff. And then you've got the main part there for your engine or passenger car or freight car or what have you. And I always put a towel over it just to help keep the foam intact and to keep little detail parts on the locomotive from snagging on the foam. You can see there where that's happened from time to time. So I like to keep this little microfiber camping towel over the cradle. And then, of course, how it works is if you need to do repairs on an engine, this is a Lionel Santa Fe Trainmaster. There's nothing wrong with it, just using it for demo purposes. You would put the engine in upside down. It's cradled nice and safe in there, and then you can remove the screws and disassemble the engine and do whatever repairs you need to do. Now, this was not the first train cradle that I ever had. Way early on, before I knew these Bowser train cradles existed, I actually had a homemade cradle that I made from some wood, some foam on the bottom, and some of that lamb's wool or whatever it is on the side. And it worked okay. I mean, it wasn't bad. And I still use it from time to time if necessary, if I'm doing a really long engine and I need some extra support. But it wasn't the best, and so, eventually I wanted something that was a little more purpose-built, and that's where the Bowser one came in. Now, what you're seeing here is a Bowser train cradle that's been used for many, many years, and so it's in pretty rough shape. When they're brand new, they look like this. I've got a couple spares, and this one has not been used. So they look very nice, but again, I like to put that towel over there. Well, recently a new train cradle came to my attention. My friend Ben from Ben's Trains actually has one of them, and I decided to get a couple of them. So let me show you. We'll set these aside, and we'll bring over a box. And actually, I've got two boxes because I've got two of them. And these are train cradles that are made by Santa Clarita Railroad, precision-built railway products, and it's made in the USA. And I got two of them because one is okay if we're working on a diesel engine or something like that. But for big steam engines, like Challengers and Big Boys and stuff like that, you need two of them so you can have the coverage. So we're going to open these up and check them out. And I think you'll see when I open this up why I decided to try these out, because they're very nicely made. By the way, there's their little brochure of all the products they make. They make these for different scales. This is the O scale version. And here we go. So it's got this nice sturdy foam, but it's still soft enough to not damage the engine. They've got their logo there on the front. It's on this wooden base, and they've got these rubber feet as well, which is nice. And one bonus is that they've got these holes here that you can put screwdrivers and such in, which is pretty nice. So let's try it out. We'll get our Trainmaster and we'll flip it upside down and drop it in the cradle. And there we go. One nice thing is that it's actually tilted a little forward to make it easier to access stuff. And I really like those holes in the back where you can put screwdrivers. So for example, if I'm working on this engine, I've got a Phillips and a flat, and I can just put them back there, and they're nice and handy where I need them. So yeah, I like this thing a lot. It's very well made in USA. Now, of course, this is quite a bit more expensive than the Bowser cradle, because this is just a piece of foam that came out of a machine, probably not much labor needed to make these. So, between $15 and $20. These are more of a handmade deal, and so the cost on these is right at $70. But I think it's worth it because it's very well made, it's purpose built, and it's designed to lean it forward a little bit to give you good access. It's a really well made engine cradle. Let's open up the second one and we'll try a steam engine. All right, so there's two of them now. And I've got my Lionel Hot Dog Vision Line Challenger with the elephant ears removed. Don't want to damage those. We'll pop that in there. And then using the second one, I can put the tender on it. Now you may be wondering, hey, if you're repairing the engine, why do you need the tender upside down at the same time? Well, it's because sometimes I want to run the engine while it's upside down to test something. And of course, to run a Lionel engine, you have to have the tender with the locomotive or it won't run, because all of the command control electronics are back here. So this way you can put the whole thing upside down and run it upside down if necessary. And you can see I've still got about 6 or 7 inches back here, so this can accommodate quite a large engine if necessary. And of course, if I did need more room, I could just buy a third cradle, but I think 2 is going to be just fine for now. But yeah, this is a really high quality, well-made engine cradle. I like it. Now, one thing I might do at some point, I'm not sure yet, I'll see how things go, but I might again put a microfiber towel down. This is a new one. It's not all grimy like the old one. Got it on Amazon. So I might put that down and then work on the engines again, because it's like I'm weary about small detail parts getting snagged on that foam, and so I may end up doing the towel method again, but we'll see how it goes. So yeah, a couple of new train cradles on the workbench courtesy of Santa Clarita Railroad. I really like this thing, and you know the best part, of course, is that it comes with stickers. Anyway, so if you want to get one of these, you can go to santaclaritarailroad.com. And again, the price on these is right at $70, which I think is a good price. These are very well made. They'll last for a while. And in the world of train repairs, a nice quality train cradle is very important and worth $70, because you're repairing locomotives that are potentially worth thousands of dollars. Anyway, that's going to do it for now. I'm Eric Siegel. Thanks for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you next time. To discuss this model or any other O-gauge model, or just to talk trains in general, check out the OGR online forum at ogrforum.com.